I'm Keith Nomura, principal of John Green School. I've been in the business now for about 34, 35 years. I taught for 10 years. I taught kindergarten and third and fourth grade, and summer times I taught middle school. I've been a principal and a district administrator for the balance, so that's about 24 years or so. I was in San Jose as a vice principal, then a principal in Berkeley, a principal in Alameda, a district administrator in Oakland, a principal in Fremont, and now I'm here at John Green for the last 3.5 years. And I think one of the things that John Green, what's so special about John Green is that being able to have the school begin from the ground up, literally. We sort of have our vision around dreaming and imagining and believing. And I think that's one of the things that we want our students to be able to do for their life, a lifelong skill. Sort of to dream about, imagine what they want to be or what they want to accomplish, and then believing in themselves, so then they can accomplish it. This is school sort of as proof of that, is that this was a dream of mine to do something like this. As I went through the interview process and when sort of decided I wanted to be the principal here, I imagined what it would be like, and I think that was conveyed as people talked to me. And then I believed I could do it, and I'm here, and we are working through that. The teachers, as I talked to teachers, I shared that dream and wanted them to believe in what we are doing here. And I think we have a staff of teachers and now parents and children who also are part of that dream and part of that believing in themselves. And I think that makes John Green real special. Parent involvement in their child's education, getting involved in the school, taking the time to be able to know what's going on, get involved in the classroom or field trips or whatever ways parents can get involved is so important. And it is part of being a part of that community and building this community together. I think that's something that is evident here at Green. We have so many parents who are involved in so many different ways. When there are questions and concerns, our parents, they come and they talk to teachers, they talk to me, and we really try to continue to work as a community. We are, as that adage about it takes a village to raise a child, we work that way here at Green. We try to work as a village, try to work through things, both positive and sometimes not so positive, but we work through it as a community. Every year we have a fundraiser, and one of the ways to motivate the kids to help to do the fundraising so that we can have programs, enrichment programs and programs that support our students, and teachers can have the materials they need for the classroom. We have fundraisers, and every school sort of is one of those things that we all have to do. In order to encourage the kids to really get involved and participate in that, I've every year put out a challenge, and usually what the kids really like is me doing something really silly. Last year the challenge was if they raised so much money during our Gator Gallop that I would do the chicken dance on the roof. So last year that's what I had to do, and I'm sure there's video and photographs to prove that. This year we put out a couple of different choices, and the kids chose that if they reached the challenge, they met the challenge, that I would dress up as the lunch lady. And again, there's photographs to prove that. And the kids, they met the challenge, and one day I had to dress up as a lunch lady. I have specially made aprons for the school mascot on it. Our parents made a hairnet that I had to wear, because as in the lunchroom you have to have a hairnet, so she made me a hairnet with flowers and butterflies on it, and I did that, and the kids loved it, especially the first and second graders. They couldn't stop laughing. And it was something that was encouraging, and it was fun, but also they were able to work towards that. And you know, that's so next year, who knows what I'll have to do. One of the first things I did was just came out to the site. Up there on my bookshelf, there's a hard hat, and of course I found a green hard hat, and I walked the campus with the contractors, and just started. That was part of my dreaming process is to start imagining what this building will look like with children, and with teachers and with parents, and that sort of helped me start to visualizing that. So I'd invite, as Kolb is getting ready, you know, I would encourage. I know Miss Medici, who is going to be the principal at Kolb. I think one of the things I'm going to try to do is get a hard hat for her, and go out and start to that same process. Parents can do the same thing as the building starts to come together, and as close as they can get. Just go take a look at your new school. Help to start visualizing you and your children at that new school. And then in other ways, I mean not the physical building, but other ways, imagining what is it that you want your school to be. And that's what I did with my staff. It was my first time I met my staff. I said, this is going to be your school. What do you want the school to be? What do you want John Green to be like? What's your dream? Imagine it, and then if you believe in it, we'll make it happen. And I urge the new staff, the students, and the parents of Kolb to do something similar.